Hello and welcome back. So in the previous video, we had a look at Elementor Theme Builder templates and specifically at the Elementor header template. We also built a simple header template and we tried to understand how we can build a template for the header of your website. So in this simple template that we built last time, we had a logo on one side, we had a simple call to action button on the other side, and few menu items in the middle. So I hope this little exercise gave you an understanding, an idea about how to build a header template. Now in this video, we will move forward and look at the footer templates inside Elementor Theme Builder and how to build a footer for your website. So are you ready? Let's go. So before we move forward with the footer template, let's first understand what a footer is and how it looks like on a typical website. So here are some of my websites. Let me take you through them. Now here you can see at the bottom of the website, when you go down, this section is the footer section. Now this section typically has a few options, a few menu items that the user can click on. So since this is an e-commerce website, here there are options like under your account heading, there are options like account details, address and orders. Then there are some website related important links, which are legal links like about us, terms and condition, privacy policy, refund and return, and then some contact details. So typically this is the structure that most of the websites follow. So there are some important links of the website. There are some legal links related to the website like terms and conditions and privacy policy. And then there are some contact details in the footer. And in addition to that, there is this small section at the bottom that talks about the copyright. So let me show you the footer on other websites also. Say this website. So this is a school website. Now this website has some important links of the website here in the bottom like about us, events and gallery. Then there are some quick links like privacy policy, terms and condition, and then there are some contact details over here and the copyright statement at the bottom. Similarly on this website, now here it just has some social media channel details, basic information about the business and the address of the business. So instead of contact details, it has the address of the business and the business email ID, which serves the same purpose. And then small copyright information at the bottom. On this website, again, you can see that there is the website address, the email ID, some social media contact details here, and a small statement about the business, and a contact us form on this side, plus a copyright information at the bottom. So typically this is how a footer section of a website looks like. Now let's go to the Elementor templates and go to Theme Builder, click on footers, and let's start building a footer section on our own for your website basically. Alright, so to start building the footer template, we have to click on add new template over here. Now you will get this pop-up. So since you're building a footer template, so this particular option is okay. If you're building any other type of template, you can just select from this drop down and you can select that template. Now here you can give it a name like website footer and click on create template. Now on the next screen, you will get some options of some pre-made templates and blocks that Elementor already has. You can use one of these footer templates that Elementor is offering you if you don't want to build one of your own from the scratch, or you can directly maybe close this from here and build one for yourself. So let's close this from here and look at how to build a footer template. Alright, so we are on the Elementor blank canvas and we will build a footer for ourselves using the Elementor elements that we learned about in the previous videos. So let's start doing that. So now let's try to replicate something like this. So here we can see there are two parts to this footer. There is this upper part which has these three columns, and then there is this lower part which has this copyright information at the bottom. So we can achieve this by using containers. So let's click here on containers, select Flexbox, and since we want a 3-column container on the top, or let's do one thing, let's build with a 4-column container so that we cover all different type of information that can be added to a website in the footer. So let's use this. Now you can see there is this container with 4 columns. Now under it, let's add one more container for the copyright information. So this container can be this. So now we see that we have this top container which has 4 columns, and then this bottom container where we will place the copyright information. So let's first place the copyright information. So to do that, we will use the Elementor elements over here on the left hand side and use this heading element. So let's drop it here. Let's align it to the middle. Alright. Now go to content, and we can write directly here copyright the year, and then like this we can create a copyright information. Or otherwise, if you don't want to manually change this year every time the year changes, right, you don't want to do this work manually, there is a better option where what you can do is you can click on this dynamic tag over here and select date, current date time. All right, and then click on this small icon over here, date format, click on custom, and then from here just remove day, month, and just leave the year option. So we will just remove day, month, and this time also. So only the year option is remaining. Now what this will do is every time the year changes, automatically the number here will also change. So next year it will become 2027. So this will become automatic and you don't have to do the manual work. Now how do we add the text before and after it? For that, just go to this advanced tab over here, and then over here we can add a copyright symbol. So how do we add this copyright symbol before this year? You can actually find a copyright symbol on Google. So we can just copy and paste it over here like this. And then after the year, we also want to add some text. So we can add it like this. Just give a space, then write all rights reserved like this. So now that you have added the custom date option here, and then you have gone to advanced option and added a copyright symbol, pasted it here, and then you added this text after it, all right reserved, and then you can have by your business name. So whatever is the name of your business, you can add that name over here. Now you can see that between the year 2026 and this symbol there is no space. So we can add a space over here by just adding one here. Now the space has been added, but now this footer looks very dark. So what we will do is now we will go to style and select a typography that is not this dark. So we can maybe have this secondary typography over here selected. We can also reduce the font size from here. Maybe this much is okay, 14 pixel. We can select the color. Let's have it in the text color like this. Now the footer is ready. We just need to add a little bit of space on top and bottom of the footer. So let's delink this value and add maybe a 10 pixel on the top and 10 pixel on the bottom. So now there is enough space. at the top and bottom of the footer. So like this, you have added the copyright section. Now let's work on these 4 columns over here. We can have different kind of information in these 4 columns. So this first column can be about the business. So here we can maybe add the site logo, and then under the site logo some text about the business like this. And then let's change the orientation first of this column. It has to be going from top to bottom, and then it has to wrap to the next line. So let's click on this. Let's make this logo full width. Why is it not wrapping to the next? Okay, yeah. So now it's working. So we have the logo on the top, we have some information about the business under it, and then we can add some social media links of the business. So search for social icons over here and drag them under this. So the first section has all this information. We can align this towards the left also. So the logo, then text, and the social icons are under it. In the second section, let's put a heading first. So we can have a heading like this, then some menu items under it. So let's add a menu over here. We will style this once we add all the information. So the next section also we can have a heading like this, and under that we can have another menu. Okay, it has been placed outside the container. Let's move it inside the container. Here you go. So now it's inside the container. In the third column, maybe we can have a contact us form. So let's add a heading and a contact us form under it. So form. So this can be our footer, the overall high level. So now let's change these headings. So let's make the 4th column heading as contact us. Let's make this heading as legal. So all the legal items like terms and condition, privacy policy will be under this. Let's make this important links. Right? So now we have the headings over here. Now these menu items don't look right. If you can see here, all the menu items are vertical. So let's do that by selecting the menu and editing it with this by clicking this pencil icon over here. Now here you can see the layout of the menu is horizontal. So let's make it vertical. Now the menu is vertically aligned. Here also let's select this, click on this pencil icon and make this vertical. Alright, so it's looking more proper footer now. Now as you can see, both these menus are showing the same links because we have not created different menus for the footer. So we will do that next. But before we do that, first let's remove some extra columns, some extra fields from this contact us form. You don't need the name in the contact us form. We just need the email ID and the message and the send button. So let's click on the contact us form, click on this pencil icon to edit it and remove the name. Alright, so now much better. These 2 options are okay. Okay, so now before moving forward, let's first create 2 different menus for the footer that can be connected to these 2 sections. So to do that, let's click on publish from here and add a condition and make it live on the entire site. Save. So now this footer is visible throughout the site. Now let's exit to our dashboard. Let's click on this Elementor icon on top left and click on exit to WordPress. So now to add menu, we have to go to appearance and then go to menus. Now as you can see, we already have the header menu visible over here. Let's create one more menu by clicking this create a menu option over here. Let's call it footer main menu. Click on create menu. So here we will select, let's select all the pages that we have already added to the home menu. But if you want any specific pages to be added in the footer, you can also create those pages and then add them like this to your footer menu. So for this example, we'll just add the same pages to the footer menu also. Now let's click on add to menu. And now you can see in the footer main menu, we have these 4 pages added. Let's click on save. Right here, one thing, you can actually change the order of these items by just clicking. You can see this option, this symbol that appears, right? That means you can move this particular option, this particular page. So let's click on the home page and bring it to the top. Then we can have the services next, right? And then we can have about us and contact us. So let's save this menu. So we have saved this menu. Now we want to create one more menu for the footer, which would be the legal menu. So let's create a new menu. Let's call it footer legal menu. Click on create menu. Now here we want to add the legal pages like the privacy page and terms and condition page. Now since we have not created those pages yet, we can't add them from here. So let's do one thing. Let's create those pages first before we can add them. So let's go to pages, add page, and let's create a page called privacy policy and click on publish. Click on publish again. Now we have created the privacy policy page. Let's go back. Click on add page. Now let's create a term and conditions page. All right. So we have added the head page title and click on publish. Click on publish again. So now you can see we have created the privacy policy page and the terms and condition page. Now we will add these 2 pages to our legal, the footer legal menu. So let's go on appearances, menu. Now in the footer legal menu, let's add privacy, terms and condition. Click on add menu. Let's move the privacy policy to the top and the terms and condition at the bottom and click on save menu. After doing this, let's go back to templates, theme builder, and go to footer. Here is our footer template. Let's click on edit with Elementor. Now let's first change this menu. So let's click on edit. And from here, you can see the menu, which menu should be shown here can be selected from this option. So right now it is showing the header menu. Let's click on footer main menu. Now it is picking the footer main menu for this particular column. And for this menu, let's replace it with the legal menu. Click on edit here. And then from this drop down, select footer legal menu. See, the privacy policy and terms and condition are now visible here. So like this, we have changed, we have added the menu that we wanted to add to the footer. Now we can actually start designing the menu a little bit so that we add some spacing between these items. There is some breathing space between these, the text, the heading, the icons are properly sized. So to do that, let's first add some breathing around each one of these columns. So let's select the first column container. Let's go to advanced and let's add some internal spacing to this. Say maybe we want to add a 10 pixel spacing all around, or we can make it a 15 pixel spacing. So now a 15 pixel is added. Since we are adding padding, so 15 pixel is added all around on the inside of this particular container. So like this, let's select this one, add another 15 pixel here also. Right? So now all these columns are not sticking to each other and there is some gap between the text and the content of each of these columns. Now let's add a 15 pixel to this column also. All right. So now there is a little bit of spacing. Now let's style each of these columns separately. So this is our logo. Let's increase its size a little bit so that it is visible, right? Let's make it 70 pixel and let's make it left aligned, right? So now the logo looks proper, it is visible also. Let's reduce the size of this text that is here. We can do that from here, right? Let's make it 14 pixel like this. Now these icons, we can make them circular icons, and we can maybe change the colors. We can leave it as it. We can change the size of these icons to say something like an 18 pixel. Now this looks better, right? So now this part looks fine. Let's move on to this particular column. So we can click on this heading, click on edit, and let's figure out what size do we want to give to this heading. Before that, we can give it the primary typography, and let's look at the right size. Let's make it 32 pixels like this. We can also give a specific color to this heading, so it could be the primary color. Let's copy this style by right clicking on edit, click copy, and now let's right click on this edit heading and click on paste style. So it will copy the style from here and paste it over this heading also. Let's do the same here, right click and paste style. So we have now added the same style to all the three headings over here. Now let's go to this menu, click on edit. Let's see what we want to do here. We can change the again typography over here. Let's make it the secondary typography, and we can reduce the size, make it 18 pixels. All right, now we can also change the color of the text. The normal color can be the secondary color, but when we hover on it, we can change the hover color to say the accent color, and the active color can also be the accent color. So now when we hover on top of it, the color changes to the accent color, and when somebody clicks on it, then it will show the accent color. Now if you want to keep this underline, you can keep it, otherwise you can remove it from here, pointer underline. So we can change it to overline, we can make it framed, we can have a background color change, or we can just have a text. So I normally don't like this. So now you can see there is no underline, but the color is changing. That is enough to show to the user where he's clicking, right? Now let's right click over here and copy, and now right click over here and paste style. So now it has copied the style from this menu and pasted it over here. So that's how easy it was. Now let's go to this form. Let's edit this. What we can do is here, let's remove the labels, this email written on top and the message written on top. It's not required because the text inside already conveys what to put here. So we have removed the labels. We have a simple contact us form over here. Then we can do button. I think send is okay. Action after submit, email, and it is going to the collection. That's okay. Let's go to styling. The gap is fine. The row gap is also fine. Label we have not put. We can edit the text in the field from here. So let's make it text. Color and typography is also text. The background color is white. We can actually remove this border and give some kind of a color to the background. So let's try and do that. Let's maybe add a background color like this by dragging it, and we can remove the border and make it 0. So now you can see that there is no border, but you can see that there is a form over here. Now we can also, let's design the send button. Let's make it left aligned. You don't want a border. The background color normally can be the primary color, and when you hover on it, it becomes accent like this. So like this, you can actually easily design your website. Let's have a border radius. Let's also have a border radius to the field like this. So here we go. So we have a basic. I'm not happy with the size of the menu here, so let's reduce the text further. We made it 18 pixel, let's reduce it to 16 pixel maybe. Yeah, this looks better. Right click, copy, right click, paste style. Yeah, now it's working. So you can see we have easily designed a basic footer for our website, which is decent for any business. So we can also add a background color to this footer so that it's clearly visible and you can see that it's distinguishable from the main page of the website. So we can click on this container from here, style, let's select background, and either you can select one of your existing colors or you can add some background color by adding a hex code from here, or we can simply drag and assign a background color like this. Something like this should be fine. It's slightly distinguishable from the main website. So we can just copy this code and also add the same color to this particular container in the footer. Let's select that container by clicking over here. Then let's click on style. Under background, let's click on this paintbrush option, classic, and select here and paste the hex code from there. Now it is of the same color as the upper container. We can also make this a slightly darker container so that it's differentiated from the top container by dragging over here, right? So I think this should be fine. Let's click on publish. So here you go. So we have created a beautiful footer section that is visible throughout the website now. So when somebody comes to this website, they will see this particular header and this particular footer throughout the website. So that's how easy it was to design the template for header and footer for your website. So with this, we have completed the website footer and the main header. In the next video, let's start learning about single post templates, why they are used, where they are used, and from there we'll move forward to the archive templates. So once you understand these templates, it becomes very easy for you to build your website quickly. So leave the link to all the screenshots and any important links in the description of this video so you can access that and go through all the screenshots at your own pace and try to build your own header and footer templates. I hope this video delivered some value to you. So till the next video, you keep practicing and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.